Hi, this is Rajkumar Pal. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about the root cause of the procrastination, especially for the online entrepreneurs, coaches, or the beginner coaches, or who want to become a coach. And because nowadays, due to the lot of opportunities and the work that is causing us to likely to be become a so much procrastination, and it has become a very uh, pandemic when it's come to ambitious people like us or the knowledge workers like a desktop worker. So fast forward, without wasting your time, I'm going to give the three regions, and out of these three regions in today's video I'm going to main focusing on the three regions, that is the fear of failure, perfectionism, and overwhelm from the too many tasks. And this is, if this is the three reason, if you resonated with this, then this video is for you, and directly going to address each one of the factors, and we going to dig down the regions and dig down the this, triggers that causing us to procrastinate. And I will give you the solid science backed evidence, or the we can say the proof, because for we are a science people, logical people, we need some kind of research which is backed by on this subtopics like fear of failure and perfectionism, and what question we can ask ourselves so that we can get rid of these regions, and how we can uncover our full potential. So let's dive in. The number one is fear of failure, because when it's come to ambitious work or the achieving our goals or dreams, and starting something out of our comfort zone, which is nobody has done in our family or in our surrounding neighbors itself, and we try to do something out of our zone, then um, the fear of failure is going to creep in our mind. And this is the common pattern is happening and occurring for all the peoples, like ambitious people, like if you're a, like you are coach, or you are book reader, or you are a self enthusiast. And nowadays there is AI is coming there, so we think that our efforts and our invested in ourselves has going to end. We have left behind the progress, we have left behind our achieving this. But all these things are the bullshit, because every successful paper, no matter what the level is, no matter the faculty or the disciplines or the sector is, but each and everybody has once gone through this kind of situations. And what they did is, instead of surrender to these regions, they embrace these regions and move forward. And fear of failure is the root cause, and which is comes out of our thinking of the negative outcomes, or our disappointments or criticisms, or the loss of self-esteem. As soon as we think on the outcome, and which is either not in our favorable to us, we likely to going to procrastinate ourselves, which is more important to us or at that moment of time. And there is a study reference given by the Journal of Rational, Emotive, and Cognitive Behavior. And the key insight with pertains to fear of failure is that fear acts as a psychological barrier and preventing us from taking necessary steps or the actions towards our goal. And even there is a book called The Procrastination Equation, written by Dr. Pierre Steele, who has given the lot of concepts and ideas to work on this root cause of procrastination. And how can we overcome it? By asking ourselves reflective questions. What would you do today if you couldn't fail? Instead of thinking of failure, instead of thinking of our negative outcome, which is not going to happen, I will make mistakes, or this is my first time, I don't have skills, I don't have resources, I then don't have tools, nobody has done that. All these kinds of outcome based thinking process is going to vanish by just asking and reflecting on the one question is, what would you do immediately on this moment, as of now, if you know that you wouldn't be going to fail. And this sense of awareness is pulling us all the triggers, and brain is stimulating brain our brain and mind is going to give the command to our sensory stimulation that we going to start something, or we at least we said initiate or take the plunge of one first step. And this is the only thing we require. But as a knowledge worker, as an individual who are so much enthusiastic about the all the self-help knowledge and gathering or getting the perfectionism soul, then this is going to be kill us. So rather than surrender to the fear of failure, we should embrace the growth mindset. What is growth mindset? If we putting ourselves down, even though we know the result is going to very good or result is going to very positive impact in our life, so instead of taking failure as a setbacks or the barrier to us, we should cultivate the mindset of it is a stepping stone of moving forward. Or we can say that the feedback loop of learning and actually looking inside of us to what is the thing that is I have to look into, and what is the thing that I have to avoid, or what is the thing I have to cultivate. So this approach is going to help us to move from the procrastination. Now, the number two reason, which is going to, which is the second root cause of the procrastination, like a perfectionism. We as a worker, we as a desktop worker, we as a coach, or we as a ambitious entrepreneur, the founders or the creators, we are we are so much fascinated by the perfectionism, which leads to the analysis and paralysis, which leads to the inaction, which leads to the self-sabotaging cycles, and we just don't get start, because perfectionism involves setting unrealistic high standard to ourselves. We always think that once I take this course, then I going to happen. Once I comes in my this body shape, then I'm going to uh, take started start a exercise. Or if this happen or that not happen, this kind of strategy or the story we heading in our story we telling in our head, this means that we are the prone to the perfectionism disease. And there is a study in the Journal of Counseling Psychology, Dr. Gordon Flatt and Paul Hayward found strong correlation between perfectionism and procrastination, particularly among those who fear making mistakes. And as this is the we have to think that we are the human beings, and we are only the people going to make a mistake, because we are not a machine. We can work like a robot with the instruction set of rules and the boundaries and the switching button with the power supply. Even machines are going to be fail and going to be disrupt. And so, and this is the nature of the human, because we have evolved since thousands of years, from the beginning of Big Bang theory, from the theory of the Charles Darwin's theory of evolutions. Everything is evolution. There's nothing is perfectionism in this whole world. And if we so much of inclined to the perfectionism, this is not a good sign to go or take a plunge on. So there is a book called the Perfectionism and Procrastination. In a perfectionism theory research in treatment by Dr. Fleet and Havitt, they given the reflective question is that how much more could you achieve if all if if you allowed yourself to be imperfect. So instead of focusing so much on imperfection, we should focus on our imperfect action. Slow, steady, dabbling with ugliness, with a ugly skill set or the lower skill set, we should take some actions. And action number tip is we have to set a realistic goal. I'm going to I'm going to work, meditate 1 hour. I'm going to run for 1 hour. I'm going to make this project happen. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to make the video for 10 or 15 videos per day. This is all are the unrealistic, which is going to overwhelm us and stop taking our actions. So this is the second reason. So this is all about in today's video. Next video I'm going to give the another three reasons which can leads to the uh, causes of the procrastination, how we can deal with that. So I hope you understand, and what you have learned so far, or which insight or takeaway is going to apply in your life or in your business, and let me know so that I can learn from you as well. I can make a more good video on that. Thanks.